everybody, happy Easter. I hope you're doing fine, and I know, however, no one does really doing okay in such a crazy circumstances. Anyways, today in Australia and tonight in Los Angeles time, I'm gonna talk to one of a talented and successful and unique Iranian singer who's called Sara Naeini. Sara was born in 1981 in Iran. Since her parents were gymnast champions, she also became one herself. She was champion for almost 7 years and usually winning the first place. Then one day, by an accident, she's lost part of her physical abilities and she had to give up. Sara then found a new passion which she has always thought about that, and she probably didn't take it serious, but at that point she started thinking about that, which was singing. At the age of 18, Sara had her first private concert at someone's house, which was very risky and dangerous. However, it was the beginning of her success and everyone started noticing Sara's talent. Then she continued working as a backup vocal for famous male singers. I must mention something to whoever watching us right now. Iranian women are not allowed to sing in public, and I will talk about this subject to Sara, and I believe actually she is the best person to answer this question. It was one of those days when Sara was identified by Iranian authorities and they banned Sara for any further activities. When she banned from the government, she had no other choice but start to teach singing for a while, but she wasn't happy with that. After a while, Sara was invited to go to the US by one of the successful Iranian pianists and composers, Mr. Reza Rohani. And Sara have had many successful concerts and they've released many tracks together since Sara arrived in America. Now Sara is living in Los Angeles and she still teaches and has lots of students from all over the world. Her dream is to perform at the Oscar one day. So let me ask Sara to join me for the conversation. Hello, Sara Joy. How are
Hi.
you doing?
Fine, thank you.
I'm so glad I'm having you here today, and thank you very much for being here today in such a crazy situation. So before we're gonna start our conversation, would you like to say hi to those who are watching us right now?
Hi everyone. I'm so happy to be here with you, Borna John, and with all of your audiences.
Thank you. So my very first question from my guest here, how are you doing in such a crazy situation right now? How are you making yourself busy?
Actually, I'm more busy than every other time because I practice more, I sing more, and I have plenty of time to do many other things like cooking, watching the TV shows, and like movies that I always wanted to see, always wanted to watch, and I didn't have the chance to. So yeah, pretty good.
Okay, that's fantastic. What about the online classes? Because I've known actually that you've been teaching. Do you teach online as well?
Yes, I have like online classes with people over the world, and but mostly from people outside of Iran, not inside, because of the time difference between us.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit hard to just make a good schedule.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I've been struggling because I have to adjust my time with everyone else who I'm gonna have as a guest here because the time differences actually drives me crazy. Anyways, tell me how long have you been living out of Iran? How long have you been living in Los Angeles? And why did you leave your motherland? Why did you leave Iran?
Well, the thing is, as you mentioned before, when you were just talking about me, it's against the law for women to sing in public and be lead singers, and I actually was in love with singing, and to me, it was always like breathing. I used to say that if someone tells me not to sing, it's like they're telling me to die. But I really couldn't leave like that. So I decided to leave, but it was really hard to do that. And I tried many times and I couldn't do it. But until Reza Rohani invited me here, and I just could come here and continue what I always loved.
That's yeah. Well, that was the main things that it led you to get out of your motherland, which is very
Yeah.
sad, and I've experienced it myself back in 15 years ago. So, how long have you been living in America for?
7 years now.
7 years. Okay,
Yeah.
great. Many people. Hang on.
Good, exactly like that.
Alright. Many people may not know that singing is forbidden for women in Iran, and they can only perform for women. Why is that? And can you tell me what kind of hang on, sorry, what kind of punishments and ruling there are in this regard?
Um, First of all, the reason that they say to ban women from singing is really ridiculous to me. Um, they say that if a man hears a woman's voice, something sexual will happen to him. Well, that's really weird because I've never seen anyone to feel that way when I sing or anyone sing. It's really weird. It's to me, it's coming from a very sick mind. But the reason that they say we cannot sing is that. But anyway, if you sing, if you keep singing, they're just gonna call you in and they're just gonna, I don't know, say really bad things to you and maybe arrest you for a while, fine you for some money or payment or whatsoever. But the feeling is really bad. The feeling is worse than like anything else. They just treat you like you're a criminal or something. But the only thing that you've done is just sing, you know? One time, one of them asked me that, why do you sing? I was like, why anyone sing? I love singing. Why, for example, why I called one of the singers in Iran, why does he sing? This is the reason that I sing. And then he said that, no. God has told that women cannot sing. It's forbidden for women, and God said it himself. And I was like, oh my God. And then I knew that, okay, I cannot just reason with these people. So this is what they think, that God has said that we cannot sing. And I just want to know what their connection to God is. It's pretty direct.
They're having a lucky conversation. Yes, that's what they're saying. Oh, all right, so the woman cannot sing in Iran. Yeah, well, that's very interesting. At the same time, it's very, very sad, and also it's quite ridiculous. Because I've spoken with a different singer in my previous show or episodes that they've said there is no written statement that you can like go and see Okay, well, there is written like it's been written that like this is the law for women cannot sing in Iran. But if you do, or if you ever experience like when you sang whilst you were living in Iran, what sort of punishments are like for women singers in Iran if they want to have it like for like in public?
Well,
What will
actually, I've never been arrested. I was called in like a couple of times, but I've never been arrested because actually at the end of my staying in Iran, I wasn't that much active and I really didn't do anything. But I've heard of other people that were arrested that you can they can just arrest you for singing and take you to prison. But I've never been arrested. I was just warned.
you were very lucky. People started sending me lots of messages. I'll go through it later at the end of our conversation. One of them is Rabe Isand, and she's watching you and she's saying that she really misses you. And yeah. Anyways, this is the very like okay, I want to ask you. Many people may not know that you have a physical abilities, but you over the years as a successful singer have shown that this cannot be a barrier to achieve your goal in your profession. We have, we have very talented people in the world who have a physical abilities, and the thinking that is an obstacle to achieve their goals. I would like to talk, I want you to talk about your experiences. Probably there are lots of people who are watching us and they have physical abilities. You tell
Yes.
me.
Yeah. Um, First of all, I was a gymnast, as you said, before the accident that happened to me. So I was very active. I was really like boys. I used to just climb up the walls and all do crazy things. And then when the accident happened, which actually I caused it myself, but anyway, when it happened, at the beginning, it was really hard to deal with because I used to define myself with my physical ability. And then when I just lost the part that I was so proud of, and it was kind of my identity. So I was like, what happened? So what am I now? I am here, but I don't feel like I'm here. You know, I exist, but it doesn't feel like it. So I have to find something else. I have to do something else. Then I started singing again. I used to sing from when I was really young, but it wasn't very serious for me. Gymnastics was all I used to dream about. But then when this happened, I started thinking about singing much more than before. And then it became so serious and so real. So I started to get new identity for myself, build new identity for myself. And then when I grew up more and I realized that really the physical situation is not something that you are defined with. It's your soul. It's what's inside of you. It's not a barrier. It's not an obstacle. It's actually sometimes it's something that you can use it for better things. You can use it to do something special that maybe other people cannot do. So to me, after many years, of course, of struggling with it, especially mentally, I came to a conclusion that actually my disability is kind of a gift for me, and I really love it. So yeah, I think it's not a barrier. It's actually, it can be a gift, and it can help you to be a better person, first of all.
Yeah, but there are many people that started like whinging about that all the time, or they're just like um victimizing themselves, and said, well, I'm miserable, I'm disabled, I can't do this, I can't do that. And how did you, like, when was the moment, or when did it happen when you start to, like, understanding about yourself, and when was the moment that you said enough is enough and now I have to get up and do the things I want? How did you come to term to accept that yes, you're a woman with a difficult or disability?
Well, for me, I had a very, very wonderful parents. I have. Actually, I'm having them still. They helped me a lot not to feel that I have lost something. Especially my mom was like a military officer. She was like, nothing has happened. Go do your job.
Well done.
I don't see anything different. So I was like, oh, okay, there's nothing different. But to come to the point that I totally accept the thing, it actually took very long time. It took years for me to just accept it and love it and look at it as a gift. It actually took me many years. But eventually, I came to this point, and I'm so happy that I did. I still have some points that I need to work on, and you know, I'm still kind of struggling with some difficulties mentally still, but they're actually nothing. They can just be solved very easily. But eventually, I think I'm in a point that I can be proud of myself and accept everything I am, and I love everything I am.
Well, that's a very good mindset. I'm so proud of you, and you're very, very strong. And people like you who are struggling or who have a physical disability or physical disability, they started seeing the world probably different, and they're really appreciating for what they've got rather than what they don't have.
Yes.
And you're trying your, yeah. So, I know you also sing in English, and I was watching it because you know I'm working as an interpreter, so I work at different like courts, criminal, county courts, prison. And it was a time that when I was talking to you for the first time, I was telling you that actually I was listening to your voice whilst I was driving towards my like workplace. And the sound, your tone actually makes, I'm sure you heard a lot from different listeners, that makes everyone feel so peaceful and very relaxed. So, because we're speaking in English, and I've got, probably you also got lots of English followers, can you please sing a song of your favorite in English, whatever you prefer, for those who are watching us? And I'm going to
First,
put the volume down, and then whenever you're ready, you can. Whenever you're ready, you can start.
This song that I want to perform for you is one of Christina Aguilera's songs that I really love, and I have sung it for many, many times. That one of my friends told me once that, oh my God, Sara can sing this song over the battlefield, in the battlefield even. So I'm gonna sing that. Seems like it was yesterday when I saw your face. You told me how proud you were, but I walked away. If only I knew what I know today. Ooh, I would hold you in my arms. I would take the pain away. Thank you for all you've done. Forgive all your mistakes. There's nothing I wouldn't do to hear your voice again. Sometimes I wanna call and I hide myself by hiding you. This much for now. Thank you so much.
Well done, well done. I was trying my best to not get tears in my eyes. Well done. And why is this song important to you? What do you get from the song?
I actually love the melody so much, and the lyrics to me is so powerful. Especially, I know that I mean, she wrote it to a very dear person to her. So I really love, and I love her voice a lot. So this is actually one of my favorite songs to sing.
That's one of my favorite songs as well, but I can't sing. So, this is very important for me to ask you before you begin to start your own career as a professional singer. Who were those that encouraged and helped you to achieve your goals?
Well, actually, many people helped me along this way. First of all, my family, my parents, especially my father, my mother, my brother, who's my number one fan, maybe. And lots of, I mean, all of my friends, they all helped me to be here, to come to this point that I am right now. And actually, there are so many, but I want to mention some of their names. Um, well, my first teacher, who actually passed away, Hamid Pano, he was my first teacher. Actually, after my mom. My mom is a singer too, but in a traditional field. So after my mom, he was my first teacher, and he opened the door for me to be a professional singer, not just sing for myself. And then after that, I just met many people who helped me, and I can just name, for example, Reza Tajbakhsh, who helped me a lot, and we had many performances together, just underground performances in Iran. And he arranged and composed many songs for me, just because I was his friend and because he believed in me. And then there were many other teachers and many other people that helped me along the way. There are so many, I can't just memorize all of them and say all their names.
Right.
All of my family, my cousins especially, they helped me a lot. And all of my friends, and Reza Rohani, that I really thank him for making this possible. He actually made my dream come true by inviting me here, and actually he fought for it to actually do this.
Tell me about that. Why?
Because in the beginning, when he applied for the visa for me, they rejected it because they said that this person doesn't have enough documents and evidence that she's a singer. But then they had to just convince them that, hey, a woman cannot be a lead singer in Iran. So yeah, there's not any evidence that says that she's a singer, because she can't be in that country. And like, eventually they accepted it and I got the visa. But he didn't give up when they refused it in the first time. And he said, you know what, if just hell's come to the earth, I know the expression in Farsi, but I don't know how to translate it in English. But he said, even if the stone comes from the sky, I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna bring you here, and we're gonna have concerts. And he did it actually, with actually other people's help, like Babak Khiafji, who helped this process a lot. And actually, yeah, but he did it.
Well done. We have to say thank you to Reza for having you here. Actually, otherwise, so tell me one thing. Because you are sitting in front of my camera and you've been performing for years without veil or hijab. So, first of all, how long you haven't seen your family for? And if you want to return to your motherland, because now you're a famous singer and there are lots of people know you, is it easy for you to travel to your motherland, or how are you coping with that?
Unfortunately, I cannot go back because they're gonna ban me from leaving the country if I go. So I cannot go there. It's been 7 years. I haven't seen my dad and my brother. My mother came here to visit me like 3 years ago, but I haven't seen my dad for 7 years now. I miss him like hell, but I have to wait to be able to go to the third country to see them. It's really unfortunate because I really wished I could go there and come back like any other people who do this. But unfortunately, I cannot. I just have to accept the
It
situation.
is ridiculous. I haven't seen my family for 15 years. I can't return as well. But yeah, this is very sad. So let's move on. I've got another question, which is related to, as a creative artist, if you want to get a funds from American government, all right? So is that easy to apply for?
Can you repeat the question? I actually
All
didn't
right.
get
If you want to get a fund from American government, so
it.
to create your own business in America or like regarding of what you're doing,
Mhm.
are there any like many associations who might be able to help you to start your business as a singer? Is it easy to get a fund from government?
Well, I have no idea because I've never tried it before, and I don't know if there's any organization or if the government helps artists to build their careers in here. I actually have no idea. I'm sorry. I wish I had
That's all
an
right. No,
answer,
no,
but I
that's okay.
don't.
That's right. Because in Australia, when you want to make a film, so you take your script and then they read it and they will help artists,
Mhm.
which is not really happening in our motherland, Iran.
Mhm.
So you
Mhm.
have to prove lots of like, provide lots of evidences that no, I want to do this. And at the end of the day, you give up because there's a long
Mhm.
process,
Mhm.
and which is very sad. Um,
Well, actually, you mentioned about. I wanted to ask you something, if it's okay.
of course.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, when did you realize that you have this passion for movies, for cinema, and you wanted to make movies? Um, I know
Mhm.
when I became a singer, when I dreamt when I started it, but I want to know how you felt when you started.
Well, that's a very good question. We as artists, I believe we're born, with talent. Talent is not just something that you can practice and get better and become really excellent of what you're trying to do. For as soon as I started to know who I am, I made my first film at age of 13, and it's on YouTube. I am in the film also, and I don't know anything else but making film, writing script, and acting. That's my passion. And back in those days, it was extremely difficult because they didn't like people apart from my family who helped me a lot and kept supporting me till now. Um, People didn't believe much. You know what I mean? Well, you're 13 years old boy, and in comparison or comparing to the 13 years old boy here in Australia, they don't even know who they are, what they want, what they're looking for. And I was I being super fortunate that I always knew what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be. And still, after 20 years working in the film industry, I'm trying my best. I don't call myself expert. I don't call myself I'm a professional, because I'm always trying and practicing in this regard. And but I got stage in Iran that when I was recognized as a 17, when I was recognized as the youngest Iranian filmmaker, I was at the age of 17. And back then I made my full length film. But I had to leave Iran because they didn't, I got a problem and I was banned, like you, to continue filmmaking in Iran because of the controversy of my film. And my film, my very first film actually was about women rights in Iran. And obviously there's not much about the things in Iran. And I
I
had
don't
to
know
make
what
my
is
mind
their
to leave
problem with
Iran.
women, really.
Huh?
I don't understand what is their problem with women.
Even
I
as a
really
man,
don't
I
get
don't
it.
understand what's the problem with that.
I know. Yeah,
That's what,
you'll never
yeah.
know.
That was the time I started. Yeah, at age of 13. Well, I want to add. Well, you got a very famous song, and you know what I'm talking about. Which one I'm talking
Yes, I
about.
do.
And because I know there are lots of Persian, or sorry, Iranian who are watching us, do you want to? I know you have to have like the band or playing or the music in the background,
Yeah.
but I want you to sing that song that I sorry, I've just got to
نشود
mind.
فاشه کس
That,
it's called
yes.
اشارات نظر.
You see, even
Yes. Yes.
That's
Sure.
it. Could
I
you
will
please
sing
sing
it.
that
I will
one?
sing a part of it because I know you love it, and I know many people who love this song. Actually, I want to say that this song was composed by Milad Derakhshani, who actually performed this song later in his album as well. And I thank him very much because I really love this song as well. So.
Me too.
نشود فاش کسی آنچه میان من و توست، تا اشارات نظر نام رسان من و توست. گوش کن با لب خاموش سخن میگویم، گوش کن با سخن گو به نگاهی که زبان من و توست. لا 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 لا
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate that. Well done. Well done. Um, well done. Another thing I would like to ask you, Sarah John, is about self-esteem and self-confidence, especially for people like you who have a physical disability. What is your interpretation of self-confidence?
Well, it's actually a subject that I'm still working on it. Yeah, I think I might be wrong, but I think it can come from your childhood and the way that your family treated you, or the like your environment, how your environment was, and especially like for me, as a woman who, you know, in Iran, I think many of the women in Iran have lack of self-confidence. So I think that can be something that can trigger that can lower the self-esteem in people. But I also believe that you can work on it and you can make it better. You can. I'm still struggling with it. I don't have any answer for that.
But I believe in you. I believe you're such a powerful lady who made this journey to be where you are right now. I can't understand, because that's the self-confidence, and you are a really good role model for those who are like who doesn't have much self-confidence, and I believe that's why you are very special to me. That's why I wanted to have you on this show. And yeah, yeah. And what do you well we are in such a crazy moment in nowadays regarding of this coronavirus. And I've been studying at home. I don't know how long you've been quarantining yourself, but it's been almost for a month that I didn't leave my place here in Australia, and I'm just getting crazy.
Yeah,
However,
everybody is.
It is crazy. It is crazy. And can you tell me what do you think gonna happen for your future, like the impact that might this coronavirus has on your profession? Can you tell me how you feel?
Well, actually, I think now that it has had a big compact on many people. Many people lost their jobs and their income and lots of these things. And for artists as well, especially the performers who had like many shows planned ahead, and all of them got canceled. But in the future, I think, I hope actually, I don't know exactly what will happen in the future, but I hope that everything goes back to normal in a way that we as just artists, as performers, can have our shows and we can have people just in front of us, and I can sing for them, because actually for me it is the best feeling in the world to perform for people. I just hope that everything goes back to normal, because this virtual thing, it's fun for a while, but eventually you want to see people up close. Yeah, I hope. I just don't know, and I can't predict what will happen in the future in my field, but I just can hope that it's gonna be for the better.
I hope so. No one knows what's going to happen, actually. No one knows. Such a really weird and strange circumstances, right? We all are struggling with, and we're just waiting to see what's going to really happen. I hope these crazy days end soon. And I don't have more, any more questions. Do you want the finish it? You're gonna sing. Would you like to sing another song that you?
Yeah, I can sing something else. And
something you can say it in Farsi. I mean, sing it in Farsi if you like, but sing like whatever you prefer.
Okay. Actually, I can sing one of the songs that beside Isharat Nazar, people loved it so much. It's one of Mr. Anushiravani's composition, and his son Reza Rohani just rearranged it with the lyrics of Miss Delshad Emami. It's called Delyar, which I know many people love it. I'm gonna sing that.
Go! Sing! Right.
First of all, I don't know what key I'm going to sing it because I don't have any instrument in here. I'm just gonna start from somewhere.
Do whatever you like.
Okay. رویام و چه زود دوست دید من یلدام شب دور از خورشید باز پاییز شد و باد چرخید و هوس چو گیاهی مرموز رویید او رویید و درخت از این همه درد چو نگاهم خشکید تا دیروز قدمی بردار من رو باز به شروعش بگذار تو زیبایی و بی‌پروایی و من که از این دلتنگی بیمار، با من حوصله کن در این شب کور، تو همیشه دلیار. تو شب بیدار منی، همه جا تکرار منی، گرچه بی من گرچه که دور، دل من دل یار منی. تو شب بیدار منی، همه جا تکرار منی، گرچه بی من گرچه که دور، دل من دل یار منی. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well done. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate
Thank you so much.
Here. So did you like our conversation?
Yes, actually, I really enjoyed it, and thank you very much for having me here. And it was really fun for me, and I'm so happy that I met you. And I hope we can meet someday, and we can do something together, maybe a project or something. But it was really fun, and I really thank you for inviting me. It was a pleasure. It was really a pleasure.
It was my pleasure as well. So do you want to say goodbye to those who are watching us?
Hey everyone, first of all, hey and goodbye. It was really nice to be with you, and I hope you enjoyed what we had in this conversation, and it was really fun. I hope you like it, and it was really a pleasure being with you as well. Thank you so much, and goodbye.
Enjoy, and talk to you later, darling. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you very much for watching us. I really, really appreciate it for your time. Thank you very much for your feedback, your constructive feedback. And if you want to know more about Sara Naeini, please go to her page on Instagram, and also you can listen to her songs through Spotify and other social platforms. Have a lovely day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are here on this lovely planet. And please stay home and looking after yourself and your family. Love you all. Borna Kazerani from Melbourne, Australia, and be well. Bye.